Oh, well, it's Friday, and you can possibly hear in the background the bin men are coming around, collecting the bins, because Friday is bin day. And I was woken, not with a huge amount of Friday feeling, because we had a power cut. And when we have a power cut, it's like being woken by an interrogation squad, because the lights come on. So the lights are shining in your eyes. So suddenly you've gone from dark to bang, the lights are on, shining in your eyes. So I just sort of reached over, got the control, put the light off, tried to go back to sleep. But then there was flashing in the room. Now there's two things that flash in the room. There's a clock, which takes a while to reset, and I normally just put it face down for a while. So I reached over, put that face down for a while, okay. And then there's still flashing going on, and the fairy lights had come back on, but not just on, they were flashing blue, and it's, oh my goodness, so there were three things trying their best to wake me up that I had to contend with, and I lost, and that was it. I was awake and the day had started earlier than I intended. My day tends to start quite late, but it ends quite late as well, so hey-ho. But this morning it started early and abruptly. The puppies are, Diamond and her siblings, when I say the puppies are 5 months-ish, and they are losing teeth. And Diamond's sister's owner has just posted about them, her dog losing teeth. And during the week, Mr. Dogcast found what he thought was a tooth on the floor, and Diamond was just playing with it, and he picked it up and put it in a little copper pot on the windowsill and was going to show me later. Except it's a windowsill that Diamond can access. She gets on the sofa and then she gets onto the windowsill, and she likes to sit on the windowsill and watch the world going by. And when I came in and he said, I think Diamond's lost a tooth, and he went to get the tooth from the pot, and he went, oh, the little monkey's had the tooth. So we're pretty sure it was a tooth, because he took a photo of it and I've seen it. So we're pretty sure that she lost like a molar tooth. But it's gone now, so either she's swallowed it again, or it's somewhere in the house or garden. But it's gone, or it's under the sofa, or who knows. Teething is still going on. But hopefully this is the last stage of the teething. I'm not sure. I think earlier on was worse teething-wise, but I'm not sure which actual stage of teething is the worst bit. But it can't go on and on and on, can it? It's got to stop at some point. So we're at least one tooth down. But we are that tooth down, we still don't have it. So it couldn't be given to the tooth fairy, and the tooth fairy couldn't leave any money or dog treats or anything. So isn't that sad? What a pity. I'm sure we've given her treats anyway for it. But yes, we couldn't give it for the... couldn't give it to the tooth fairy, and we couldn't keep it for posterity, and we couldn't keep it for posterity either. So there you go. Right, good night. A quick Saturday morning update on the pigeon. There is a pigeon which is still coming back to that nest and still bringing sticks and still building the nest, as far as I can tell. I've only seen that one pigeon. I don't know that it is one pigeon. It could be two pigeons taking turns to come back. I don't know. Or it could be one pigeon. But that doesn't mean that the other pigeon is dead, because initially one pigeon sat on the nest, or the nest site, and the other pigeon brought sticks. Then, after a while, when they'd got enough sticks to get it going, the one pigeon did not sit on the nest, and maybe they both brought sticks, and I can only recognise it as a pigeon. I can't tell them apart. So there is definitely one pigeon still coming back. There isn't a pigeon sitting on the nest. I can only see one pigeon at a time, kind of thing. I'm hopeful that we didn't lose one of our pigeons, but I'll just have to keep an eye on it and keep my fingers crossed for them. Just to give you a flavour of the day, Mr. Dogcast has gone out to forage for food at the supermarket and possibly a little fast food place that begins with an M. We won't do advertising. And then we can eat lunch when he comes back. I spend a lot of time in the garden with the dog, with dog or dogs. And actually, I don't like it when it's too hot, but when it's a comfortable temperature, I find it really actually relaxing to come outside and not have the telly on, was the end of that thought. We don't always have the telly on well, we don't always have the telly on. And we don't always have the telly on, like live TV, what do you call it? Linear TV. Which I guess everybody does nowadays, but, nowadays, because I'm very old, I remember the days when there was only just the 3 channels. Oh, yes. We had to knit our own cups of tea, in those days. Oh, yes. Anyway, we don't watch a lot of linear TV. We watch a lot of what we've recorded or downloaded or whatever. And increasingly, YouTube, for both YouTubers and... Is everybody on YouTube a YouTuber? I don't know. Of course, we didn't have YouTube in my day either. We just used to have to tell each other things, It was a different time. Yeah, so we watch a lot, and increasingly a lot of YouTube. So oh yes, so that's where I was. It was relaxing to be in the garden, to be away from all that. And obviously I've always got my phone with me, darling, always. But yes, it's quite nice to come outside, sit here. You have less technology going on, less information bombarding you.
Message.
Except I'm still getting messages. That's still bombarding me. That could be Mr. Dogcast saying what I can have from the fast food place begin with M.
Message.
I'm going to go and check that out. So there's less technology bombarding me out here, except I have my phone with me, as we've established. And I like to bring a book out as well. And I just find it really, really relaxing to sit in the garden and read a book. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't have to be sunny. Actually, with the umbrellas, it doesn't have to even be dry. I have come out and sort of sat... Yesterday, I came out and sat in the rain. Just a light rain and read. And it was nice. I just thought I'd share that because that's quite a nice little... If you like reading, that's quite a nice little... free thing. You can just go, right, I'm having a hectic day, I need something to do that's nice, that's a bit of me time, a bit of self-care. Just take a book into the garden or on a bench I don't know, that's more of a trek, isn't it, on a bench in a park or whatever, but just take a book outside, sit for 5 minutes and read it, and I found that quite a tonic. I sound ridiculous, but you know what I mean. It's just a little bit relaxing. It's a bit out of your day. You go off to somewhere else. You go into the world of the book. Or maybe, talking about going into the world of the book, come outside and sit for 5 minutes and write. And you might need technology for that. You could write that on your phone or tablet or whatever. Or bring a notebook and a pen. Do you remember those notebooks and pens? Yeah, bring one of those. There is something different, I find. I mean, I do use technology. I do word process. I type, and I've always typed on a typewriter. Gosh, this is a real stroll down memory lane this morning, isn't it? Yes, in my day we used a typewriter. No, I did start writing on a typewriter, and then when I met Mr. Dogcast, he was future Mr. Dogcast at that point, although he didn't know it. But yeah, when I met future Mr. Dogcast, he has always been heavily into technology and computers, and introduced me to word processing. And to begin with, I was like, this is not saving me any time. I don't like this. I can't do this. And then, of course, I realised once I typed it in, I didn't have to type it in 2 or 3 times and do drafts like that. You can draft, but you don't have to keep typing the whole thing in every time. And that was a huge time saver. So that was when I started typing things I was writing and university work at that point. Yes, we had universities in my day. I'm not quite that old. But it's just... I like things that you can do that make you feel a bit better, that don't cost a lot, because it's just a nice thing to do for yourself. One of the silly things, this may be TMI, but one of the silly things that really makes me feel better about myself is shaving my legs. Because I do I've got hairy legs at the moment. I don't care. It's a good job it's radio. It's a good job it's audio. But yeah, I've got hairy legs at the moment. I don't pay that much attention to the state of my legs, but one of the things that does make me feel better is shaving my legs and then putting moisturiser on, and then you've got nice, smooth, glistening legs, and that's really good. This went off on a long tangent. Anyway, the point is, I'm just waiting for lunch. Perhaps I'm going off on tangents because I'm hungry. Yeah, could be. So we'll see. I'll do one after lunch and see if I'm any better with food in my belly. And actually saying that about food and being better with food in your belly, Diamond has reached quite a niggly point. She wouldn't leave Mischief alone. So she's going to have her afternoon sleep now. but I'm going to put her in the pen with plenty of drink, plenty of food, access to the crate and a comfortable cushion and a few toys. But hopefully she will choose to have a sleep. She has done in the past, so she's going to have a little bit of a time out, a little bit of a rest. We can have a quiet lunchtime, so that's okay. She is happy in the pen, not for extended periods, but she's happy in the pen. It's a nice place for her, and obviously there's, as I say, there's toys and food and drink, so that's a nice place for her. It's nice for Mischief that she doesn't get got all the time, and it's nice for us too. I do think you need to carve bits out of the day that are not about running around after the puppy or making sure the puppy's doing damage to themselves or something else. And actually that's why I started coming out so much, because it was easier for toileting. She could just pee or poo. If she was chewing something, it was probably okay, and there was enough going on, and the dogs like being outside as well. But it's nap time, so see you later. Right, it's after lunch and I'm back. French bread and cheese, thank you very much for asking, followed by a rather lovely cinnamon brioche from Aldi. I should have said from a supermarket, a budget supermarket beginning with A. There's more than one to choose from though, so anyway, it's from Aldi. I don't do advertising, but it was from Aldi. I've said it so many times now, oh my goodness. Right, anyway, that was what I had. Let's move on. I think a message came in then, so you see I am being bombarded by technology that much that I don't even notice when I'm being bombarded anymore. So are you really being bombarded if you don't notice anymore the bombardment? Okay, anyway, I do feel better after having stuffed my face. So a full belly does, a full tummy if you want to be posher, does improve one's mood. I don't think I'm actually adding to the sum of human knowledge by saying that. However, I am prepared to apply for a grant of some kind and research this further. Very, very willing to do that. And also to see what kind of fast food or junk food or whatever affects that more. I mean, I'll even eat some high quality proteins and some fruit and vegetables and stuff to further that research. So yeah, that's my mid-term plan, shall we say, to apply for that grant. Yes, I think that would be good. I could get into food research in a big way. I've been doing that all my life, let's face it. So it's a nice Saturday afternoon. It's the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold. A little bit of blue sky, a little bit of cloud, but jolly nice. And maybe porridge later. Pigeon update. I'm keeping my voice down because I'm quite close to the tree. There's a bird on the nest. There's a pigeon on the nest. Oh wow! I think we've got both pigeons still. That's amazing. I'm so happy about that. And it doesn't really have any effect on me or my actual practical quality of life. And I'm still very, very sorry for the pigeon that was got by the buzzard. But I think our pigeons are still in residence, so that's exciting. I'm really happy about that, and yay! This has been the inane ramblings of a puppy owner with Julie Hill, and sometimes with Diamond the Papillon, and often with Mischief the German Spitzklein. You can find our regular podcasts at dogcastradio.com, and if you have a dog, whatever you're going through with your dog, I'd love to hear from you.